Well, for my first video, actual past the intro, I'm going to do my top 10 movies of 2013. And to start it off, I'm going to start it off with Spectacular Now. After going into this with expectations being around low to mid, because I did hear that the acting was pretty spectacular, no pun intended. I did walk out thinking that Miles Teller and Shailene Woodley were just way over what they needed to be because they were just so great in it, and showing that Miles Teller is in 21 and Over and Project X basically the life of the party. He is this again, but he completely changes his ways in it, and it makes for a really great movie. So that's why I liked it. Number 9 kind of is total 180 in the remake The Evil Dead. The reason why I like this one so much is because I do like the original, but I like the group of people that got together for this one, and I don't know why, but just the way that things were done in it, with the mass gore and everything like that, just really got to me, and the story being told and everything like that. Like, a lot of people think it's bad, but it really got to me and thought it was good. Number 7, World's End. Love this movie. Actually tried it, sadly, but the Simon Pegg, Nick Frost combination to complete the trilogy of Cornetto was great, and I love the whole drinking fucking rain. I love that line. But I mean, this is one of the great movies, and I mean, then it gets a little, if you haven't seen the other two of the trilogy, but I mean, if you are an avid watcher of the rest of them, it's a great, great movie. Number 7 is Gatsby. I'm gonna say, for anybody who hasn't seen this, I mean, you should probably end up watching it if you're a fan of this guy. But I mean, he's probably the one person that makes the movie and drives it in an acting standpoint, because I mean, Tobey Maguire is the main character and the one who is the narrator in the film, but he doesn't really, for me, in the whole story standpoint of it. And to some people, it didn't really lack the point that Baz Luhrmann was trying to pull. Like, it's not a Moulin Rouge type movie, but it's still good. I mean, I liked it a lot, and it's got watchability. The next one is Prisoners, which I did go see around the time of my birthday because it came out in September, and I was really surprised because every person who's in this movie, with Hugh Jackman, Jake Gyllenhaal, let's see who else they got on here, Paul Dano, Melissa Leo, Terrence Howard, they were all just across the board, just amazing. I mean, some people were talking about Hugh Jackman getting Academy Award nominations for his roles in this, and he didn't. But I mean, when you look at who was in the Academy Awards, it was just stacked. So you can't really fight it. But I mean, it's just a great film, and I mean, the ending does have one of those little Inception type things. But I mean, if you watch it, then you'll get what I mean. Number 5 is Iron Man 3. He's probably my favorite Marvel person, and this is probably my favorite of the three as well, just because the story is so deep and so like perfect to what he's trying to tell. And some people didn't like this one as much. I mean, everyone's on the Captain America 2 train right now, but I like this one the most. I actually like this one more than Captain America 2, to be honest. But let's say and this one made $1 billion. I know a lot of people saw this one too. So number 4, Man of Steel. Superman is back. I mean, for everyone else that knows, I mean, you'll know it's coming in 2016. You're gonna have Superman and Batman butting heads. But I mean, with this one, you get to see him against General Zod fighting away, and then his origin story again, kinda. I mean, Zack Snyder did a decent job of telling it. A lot of people thought the acting was pretty dull, but I mean, it's an action flick, above and all. So number 3, I have the movie that's, nope, not that one. The, right there, Dallas Buyers Club, and I just went to go see this actually with my mom, and literally I was floored watching it. I'm a little biased because I like I love the person in this band. He's in this band, 30 Seconds to Mars. Like, not that's probably my favorite band, but watching him act and doing such an amazing job, and along with Matthew McConaughey, like both of the awards they won for the Academy Awards are much, much, much deserved. So, number 3. Number 2, and probably, it's hard to say this is number 2, but say Wolf of Wall Street. I love this movie. I say even if for being 3 hours long, I'm pretty sure I saw it 3 times in theaters because it's so awesome. Honestly, it's such a bad and raunchy and mean and nasty movie, but it's so awesome at the same time. And he does so well in it. Like he just became the character. It's awesome. And number 1, I mean, this is why it's like, how can you not? Like everything Karan did in this, it just totally just flipped movie making on its head and just said, hey, try and top this. Like seriously, like after I watched it, I put a post on Facebook and I said this was a total game changer because of what it did. Like yeah, when you talk about the plot, a girl floating in space and she's lost, whoop-de-doo. But seriously, when you watch it, you totally understand it. And like if you can still see an IMAX 3D right now, I would go see it twice because it's that good. But that's my list, and I hope if you haven't seen some of them, you will go see them. And if you want to leave any comments, please do so. And if you have any more top 10 lists you want me to do, I'll be more than happy to do it. Thanks.